how you monetize yourself as a comedian, how the infrastructure for getting your message out there has shifted.
But it's not just the monetization; it's the message itself. DL Hughley,
I don't think so.
your guy, DL Hughley,
My guy, of course,
is totally dreadfully unfunny and sanctimonious and serious on his show. He became actually a complete wet blanket of a hangout vibe. He's funny as fuck. Now he spends most of his time. He is interfacing with people more.
You became a talk show host
with that than with comedy. So I'm still holding to the argument. You can leave a comment and then I'll repost you restack you. But I'm still maintaining this entered a completely different phase where people are turning to comedians for something. Yes, they were doing it at the comedy show before and they were like, wow, that person made me think. But other than that, it was isolated to the comedy. You didn't have a whole media platform built on George Carlin's like view of the world, where the world has owners, not rulers, or whatever his whole thing was.
Because it wasn't as easy. Because it wasn't as easy to do it as
because it wasn't existing. Because the culture didn't look to comedians for that. They were looking to musicians and they were looking to intellectuals and cable. They were looking to political commentators on cable, which then fell off.
All of which exist now.
I know, but they don't have as much cultural relevance.
I don't fully disagree with you in that. I do think that there is a certain amount of that. That it's true that comedians have entered this space where they are more openly political. That people are expecting, Akash Singh to speak up on certain issues and yada, yada, yada. Okay. I don't think that is, I don't think it's, I don't think it's so much that society shifted. I think to me, it is partly the rot of our media industrial complex and how money changes hands. There was a certain point where you didn't need to talk as much as you do need to now in order to make money. And also talking, you needed more of an infrastructure than you do now. Now all you need, we have a couple webcams, we have a subscription for this service that we're on now, and we could get on and we can just yap and we can talk to the 11 people who are paying attention to us right now, right? So that they can hear us and we can talk about what we want to talk about.
Sure, to some degree, everybody. We're in the age of every person is now the thought leader. Every can be. Precisely. Right? And you're saying comedians are nested within that.
Yes.
I'm saying since Bill Maher, since Politically Incorrect, and since the time you're talking about with Lenny Bruce, we could go to Lenny Bruce, really, because he really like made that political battle, the free speech thing, his thing. I think over that time, gradually, the expectation of the comedian as the thought leader has really, really changed. And I'm just looking ahead and wondering what comes next.
Well, I think I think before we get ahead, because I think we have to agree that that's the thought leader. I'm not sure that's what's happening.